A Southern Alberta dog rescue is under risk of closing its doors due to a lack of support. This is especially bad news for the animals, given how low temperatures can get in our province. BCN's Naveen Day visited the shelter in Calgary recently and heard some unsettling stories. Now, the following report contains images that some may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
To say that Dawn MacDonald loves dogs is an understatement. 2 years ago, she sold her house and moved in with her daughter to focus her resources on running a dog rescue full-time.
We go into Saskatchewan areas and on the reserves, and we have permission to go into these reserves, and we go in and we rescue these dogs that are in dire need of rescue. You know, they're hurt, they're injured, it's cold.
She says that dogs are allowed to run free in rural communities, which allows them to pack easily. This makes them dangerous to the community. According to MacDonald, there was a recent incident in Manitoba where a 15-year-old girl was attacked, and so a cull was ordered.
And they went and shot dogs. And I think it happens more often than they want us to even realize. And luckily, after the 101 dogs were shot, they allowed the rescues to go in and get the rest of the dogs out there, and we were able to get 54 of them out. There was a dog with a bullet hole, so it was obviously shot, and they had to get it to the vet. That was part of the call down there. One dog that stands out is Rocky Road, and he was filled with porcupine quills. And he was there for probably a week. He had lost a lot of weight, and he was gonna die. And we ended up getting him. He had 6 surgeries. He's in a fabulous home now.
At the time of this broadcast, Bridge City News was unable to get a response from the Manitoba community, which ordered the culling. However, Lethbridge veterinarian Dr. Ian Gibson shares with us the dangers of stray dogs forming packs.
If you have dogs that are sort of feral in the sense that they don't get a meal every day from someone, they might end up having to sort of fend for themselves in the sense that they have to find food. And often it's sort of beneficial to these dogs to pack up and sort of form a team to, potentially hunt and, get food that way. Obviously, if you're, unlucky and you might end up in that situation where, you might be in a vulnerable position, these dogs might, potentially harm you.
Close to 800 dogs have been rescued and adopted since the Almost Home Canine Rescue came into operation 2 years ago. However, the shelter is under continuous threat of closing down due to lack of supplies and finances. The call for help has reached far enough to get the attention of a Canadian country recording artist. Julian Austin and his band have decided to organize a fundraising event in Calgary with the proceeds benefiting the shelter. Austin says he hopes to raise a much-needed $25,000 for the organization.
We're going to be holding it on February 6th at the Top Brass Restaurant and Lounge in the Northeast Calgary. And we're going to have 7 bands, and it's just going to be great. We're going to have donation bins at the entrance coming in.
The Almost Home Canine Rescue has support from volunteers that share MacDonald's love for animals. However, according to her workers, it is MacDonald who has an unmatched fervor for the dogs.
I have seen this woman go for days without sleep, days without a shower, probably days without food. I have seen her crawling under decks at minus 53-degree weather to dig a dog out. Coming
down here and seeing what Dawn, and I call her army of angels, what they do here at the rescue is amazing. And just the stories you hear and the pictures that I've seen of the these animals that have been abused and they've been neglected and they're not loved, and all the times that I've had puppies and dogs, I mean, it's unconditional love.
If we don't speak up for them, who will? If we aren't their voice, who's going to be their voice? We need to step up, and we need to yell, and we need to holler, and we need to help these dogs.
Even with a fundraising event in the works, MacDonald says there is an immediate need for help. She is asking for donations of puppy food, pee pads, gifts in kind, or cash donations. She says her veterinary bills alone cost approximately $20,000 per month. Contributions can be dropped off at the shelter or made online at almosthomeyyc.com. For Bridge City News, I'm Naveen Day.